take a look at the calendar. What is this, August? Take a look at the calendar with me, because when you know what this big, beautiful bill actually does, you'll see that it runs with the calendar in all its insidious nature. Let me get into it. So they passed the BBB, which I really want to just call a big fucked up bill. I mean, come on, let's just be honest here. But okay. All right. They passed that bill on July 4th, 2025. You know, they're really symbolic when you really think about it. And it's not small. Over 10 years, it pulls about $1.15 trillion, trillion with a T, out of federal health spending. More than $900 billion of that out of Medicaid alone. The Congressional Budget Office, the CBO, says that the law by itself leaves about 10 million people with no insurance by 2034. I just want you to think about that. Once again, the Affordable Care Act, a really, a bill with all its intentions, was definitely flawed. But had Obama been able to approve what he really wanted to approve, I'm sure it would have been 10 times better than what we have now. I digress. But again, because that was good legislation to help people, because what do you have if you don't have good health, right? Because that was a bill to help with people's health and Obama did it, that's got to go immediately. But I digress. So it leaves 10 million people without insurance by 2034. October 1st, 7 weeks from now, Washington cuts the money that it sends to the states to run SNAP. They cut it from half the cost down to a quarter, which means you'll be sitting on hold for a lot longer. However, what you'll actually feel is scheduled for much later, January 1st, 2027. Medicaid work reporting switches on in 39 states, 80 hours a month, documented or you off. Now, mind you, I understand that they want people to not just be on SNAP and not trying to help better themselves. I can understand that, right? However, at the same time, while you fucking up the economy to no end, losing manufacturing jobs, raising the price with tariffs and the fallout from that, because we're not getting that money back. That's going to be a next video. You just like 80 hours a month and the job market is shit. Okay, I digress. So through 2027, they start making you verify every 6 months. January 1st, if you get sick and you enroll, coverage that used to reach back for 3 months now only reaches back for 1. And October 2027, for the first time in history of the program, states get handed a bill for food. That's around $9 billion in that year alone. When you set that calendar beside it, you realize that your vote November 3rd, 2026 is before that all of this jacked up shit happens, because what happens doesn't start until January 2027. So basically, they're saying we still need you people who believe in the debauchery and the insidiousness of the Republican Party to vote against your own best interests in November, while any of you who are on Medicare, Medicaid, or SNAP aren't fucked over until January 2027. Yeah, it's not a coincidence, and it's on purpose. We already ran this experiment. When the enhanced ACA subsidies were allowed to expire at the end of last year, people who wanted to keep their plan had watched their premiums more than double. The marketplace enrollment fell to 19.2 million. Between 2.5 to 3 million people were just gone, right? That was on schedule, exactly like the paper said. So in October, when somebody tells you nothing's changed and everything's all good and we're just getting all the bad people off the government's teat, so to speak, know that that's BS. Democracy runs on consequences. And you have to always vote for yourself. Make sure you pay attention to who's on your ballot and who voted for this bill, because it will come back to bite you in the ass. You need to make sure that the people who voted don't support billionaires and Israel before they support you, the person who is actually paying taxes.